What is up, everybody? I am Ant, and you are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. We are here today covering our Broken Skull Session series recap, and today's special interview is with the boss, Sasha Banks. Let's dive right into it. Sasha Banks got PWI Pro Wrestling Illustrated's #1 Wrestler of the Year of 2020. She went to online school because her brother had disabilities, and Sasha only wanted to be a wrestler. She did not have a plan B in mind. She loved and studied Eddie Guerrero. They were both told they were too small, and Eddie is the reason why she is a wrestler. Before Sasha got signed, she worked at Gold's Gym, and she had no plan B for anything else. She got trained by Brian Fury, and she loved taking bumps and couldn't believe how hard running the ropes were. She felt like it was like hell. Sasha applied to be an extra and got approved for it for WWE. She believes that Dusty Rhodes, Norman Smiley, and Joey Mercury are the 3 men that trained her to be the best. And Sasha states that she has always led her matches. No one else has but her. The doctor gave Dusty Rhodes gave her confidence. And we see a promo from a young Sasha Banks in FCW. Sasha's moms hated the name. She thought Sasha Banks sounded like a porn star. In 2013, Sasha felt like she was going to be fired. That's when Tyler Breeze and Xavier Woods helped her define characters. And the first character that she did was the boss. And she remembers going to WrestleMania 24, walking behind her cousin Snoop Dogg. And she got the title of the boss from Snoop because everyone calls Snoop Dogg the boss. And she started to get emotional when she claims that Dusty Rhodes was the only person who believed in her character. She claims that Sasha and Charlotte got competitive. Herself and Charlotte got competitive with one another. She's thankful for Charlotte, and they had instant magic. She then claims that Bayley came in and changed the locker room. She loves Bayley. They then watched the 4-way match from Rival. She says winning the NXT title felt so good. She loves being a heel. She is confident. She thinks it's good to say you're the best if you actually believe you are the best. Sasha's Banks statement was taught to her by her head coach. Being a 4 horsewoman was great because they wanted to change being a diva to being a superstar. And Sasha didn't like the butterfly title. She didn't want to be treated differently. She believes that the divas did leave the foundation for them to do what they are doing today, the women. She had an instant connection with Bayley. Bayley is everything a friend you want to have, and Bayley is Sasha's partner in WWE. In Brooklyn, Sasha got a great fan reaction. She wanted this to be the best women's match of all time, and she wanted to leave an impact. And she dreamt this match the night before, and the match changed the game forever. And Sasha loves getting a good crowd reaction. Sasha did cardio every day to prepare for the special 30-minute Iron Woman match she had against Bayley. After the match, Sasha didn't know that the entire locker room was going to come out and applaud her, and she didn't believe this. She was getting flowers from people at 23 years old. When she joined the main roster, Naomi and Tamina took her under their wing. She's part of the Shark Tank. She learned a lot from the Bellas and Alicia Fox. WrestleMania 32, the special 3-way match, Snoop walked Sasha down, and Snoop is an icon and loves getting advice from him. Sasha loves multiple people matches, and they watch WrestleMania 32. After, we see Sasha hugging Stone Cold, saying that she thought the match sucked. Sasha and Charlotte's Raw Women's title match win is shown, and Sasha was so prideful for all the things they did for women's wrestling. And then take a look at the first Hell in a Cell match with Charlotte, and she was nervous for that match. The only pain she has is sometimes in her hip. They then talk about the 2018 Royal Rumble match, and Sasha was so happy to see all the legends return. When Lena came out, she never expected she would be in the ring with her, Tori Wilson, Vicky, and then she got to eliminate Trish Stratus. She thought that was amazing. She then talks about how Ronda Rousey is a household name. Ronda put into the work, came in the locker room humbled. The outsider that you can respect. She was an MMA fighter, and Ronda was just so cool. They then talk about her Royal Rumble match 2019 with Ronda, and Sasha watched more technical matches. She separated her shoulder during the match. The crowd's reaction was real. They didn't know what to expect from the match. And if you can take people on a ride, that's what wrestling is all about. Sasha and Bayley pitched for the women's tag team titles. At Elimination Chamber 2019, we see Sasha and Bayley win them. At WrestleMania 35, they lost the titles to the Iconics. And Sasha felt it wasn't the right call because they never followed up that match. They just lost the titles and that was it. She felt like she was losing herself. She felt depressed and thoughts were taking over. She lost herself. She's gone for 5 months. She stepped away and she found herself. And she actually asked Vince McMahon if she could leave for a little bit. Sasha then went down to Japan and trained in the dojos. She was shocked when she found out WrestleMania would be on without a crowd. Then she talks about winning the women's tag titles again and competing on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT and loved fighting everybody. We then see September 2020 when Bayley turns on Sasha. People expected Sasha to turn, and Bayley's level in the ring is so different as a heel, and she loves that. They then watch her Hell in a Cell 2020 match. The kendo stick shots hurt really badly, and she won the SmackDown Women's title there. She likes being champion and defending the title. They then talk about The Mandalorian. Jon Favreau FaceTime Sasha and wrote a role for her because he really liked Sasha and she thought that was incredible. And Sasha still has big dreams. She wants to be a shareholder in WWE and she wants to continue to make the business grow. And that is it for our Sasha Banks recap. It's interesting to hear this now, knowing that she's no longer in WWE. I wonder what her thoughts are now. Well, we'll be back in August with our new episodes. We have Randy Orton and Chris Jericho coming up in August. Definitely stay tuned. Thank you. Stay safe. Peace in the streets. Make sure to subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. Bye, y'all.